Welcome back to Z Coins. Today we're diving into the incredible tale of the 1974 one-cent dime coin, a tiny piece of history with a jaw-dropping market value of $1.9 million. That's right, a coin that's smaller than a penny but worth more than a luxury home. If you're ready to find out how this humble coin made its way into the record books, its fascinating history, and what makes it so valuable today, then stick around till the end. You're not going to want to miss this one. Let's start with the history. To fully understand the significance of the 1974 one-cent dime, we need to take a step back in time and talk about the United States Mint and its operations during the 1970s. The 1970s were a tumultuous time for coin production. Inflation, rising metal costs, and changes in public demand for coins forced the U.S. Mint to experiment with new materials and designs. In 1974, the U.S. Mint was testing different compositions for coins, particularly for pennies and dimes. During this period, a few experimental coins were struck using aluminum, and some were never intended to leave the mint. However, as is often the case in history, some coins slipped through the cracks, quite literally. This brings us to the mysterious 1974 one-cent dime. What sets this coin apart is that it's an error coin, a term that sends collectors into a frenzy. Error coins happen when there's a mistake during the minting process. In this case, the 1974 one-cent dime is an anomaly because it's believed to be the result of a transitional error where a dime was accidentally struck on a one-cent planchet. A planchet is the metal blank that's used to make coins, and this mistake led to a one-of-a-kind masterpiece. Oh, why is this coin worth so much? What makes it fetch an astounding $1.9 million at auctions and in the collector's market? Let's break it down. First and foremost, rarity is king when it comes to coins. The 1974 one-cent dime is believed to be one of only a handful in existence, and some experts argue there might even be just one. Think about it. Out of billions of coins produced each year, finding a single unique coin is like finding a needle in a haystack. Error coins are highly sought after. Error coins have a special place in the hearts of collectors. These coins represent a glimpse into the imperfections of the minting process, making them incredibly desirable. The 1974 one-cent dime is a prime example of an extraordinary error that adds intrigue and value. The coin's material also plays a role. While most dimes from that year were struck in a standard copper-nickel composition, this one was struck on a penny's copper planchet, making it an oddity. Its weight and appearance don't match other dimes, and this unique characteristic adds to its allure. Lastly, its historical significance cannot be overstated. Coins like these serve as artifacts from a specific time in U.S. history, reflecting the challenges and changes within the mint during the 1970s. Collectors love owning a piece of history, especially when it's tied to a fascinating story. So how was this coin discovered? Well, it's one of those amazing stories that make you want to check every coin in your pocket change. The coin was reportedly found by a collector who was meticulously sorting through a batch of coins. Upon noticing its unusual weight and color, the coin was sent to experts for authentication. When the results came back confirming its authenticity, the numismatic world went into a frenzy. When it comes to rare coins like this, authentication is key. The coin was evaluated by top-tier grading services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. These organizations use state-of-the-art equipment to measure weight, composition, and even microscopic details to verify the coin's authenticity. The 1974 one-cent dime passed all the tests, cementing its status as one of the rarest and most valuable coins in U.S. history. Now for the big question, how much is it worth? Well, as of today, the current market value of the 1974 one-cent dime is an eye-popping $1.9 million. This value is determined by a combination of factors, including its rarity, historical significance, and demand among collectors. To put this in perspective, this coin's value is more than 19 million times its original face value. Isn't that mind-blowing? You might be wondering, do I have a rare coin in my collection? While finding a 1974 1-cent dime is like winning the lottery, there are still plenty of other rare coins out there. Here are some quick tips for spotting them. Look for coins with unusual features, such as off-center strikes, doubled dies, or incorrect planchets. Use a magnifying glass to inspect small details. Check for dates and mint marks that are known to be rare. Consider investing in a coin book or guide to learn about valuable coins. The 1974 1-cent dime is a perfect example of how history. Could you be sitting on a hidden fortune? What if I told you that a single coin from 1987, a minted 1-cent dime, could be worth as much as $1.8 million in today's market? Yes, you heard that right. In this video, we're diving deep into the fascinating story behind this rare coin, its historical background, and why collectors around the world are ready to pay a fortune for it. Make sure to watch till the end, as we reveal how you can check your own coins for this incredible rarity. To truly understand the value of this coin, we first need to explore its origin. The 1987 dime is a product of the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia. 1987 was an unremarkable year for coin production, at least on the surface. The Philadelphia Mint struck millions of coins that year, but among them, a rare minting error occurred that created the now famous 1987 1-cent dime. This coin is actually a mint error, where a blank intended for a 1-cent coin, a penny, was mistakenly struck using the dies for a dime. Mint errors like this are incredibly rare, as the U.S. Mint has stringent quality controls. But, as history shows, even the best systems can fail, leading to accidental treasures like this one. So what makes this coin worth millions? First, it's important to understand that this is not your average dime. Unlike regular dimes made of a copper-nickel blend, this coin was struck on a copper planchet, the same material used for pennies. This error resulted in several key characteristics that set the coin apart. Size and weight. It's slightly larger and heavier than a typical dime. Color. It has the reddish hue of a penny, not the silvery shine of a dime. Mint mark. It bears the P mint mark, signifying it was minted in Philadelphia. Details. Despite the unusual planchet, the dime's design, featuring Franklin D. Roosevelt, is clearly visible. These anomalies make it a one-of-a-kind treasure that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for. But why such an astronomical value? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, historical significance, and collector demand. Only a handful of these coins have ever been discovered, and their uniqueness has made them highly sought after in the numismatic world. In fact, one of these coins made headlines when it sold at auction for an astonishing $1.8 million. That's right, a single error coin from 1987 fetched nearly $2 million. Why? Because serious coin collectors view it as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to own a piece of minting history. Add to that the coin's mysterious origin. Nobody knows how many were actually minted or how they slipped through quality control, and you have the perfect storm for skyrocketing value. Now, let's talk about the part you've been waiting for. How can you check if you have one of these valuable coins? Here's what to look for. Date and mint mark. Look for the year 1987 and the P mint mark on the coin. Size and weight. Compare the coin's size and weight to a regular dime. If it's heavier and slightly larger, you may be onto something. Material. Check the color. If it looks like a penny rather than a dime, it could be struck on a copper planchet. If you suspect you have a 1987 1-cent dime, it's crucial to get it authenticated by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. These experts will verify its authenticity and provide a certification that significantly boosts its market value. As of today, The 1987 P1 dime remains one of the most talked about coins in the numismatic world. Its record-breaking sale of $1.8 million has only fueled interest, and experts believe its value could climb even higher in the future. Collectors and investors are always on the lookout for unique coins like this, and many are willing to pay premium prices for the chance to own one. Online auctions, coin shows, and private sales are all buzzing with excitement around this rare gem. So, could you be holding a hidden treasure in your pocket change? The 1987 P1 dime is proof that even the smallest objects can hold incredible value. Take a moment to check your old coin collections, jars of change, or even that dusty drawer you haven't opened in years. Who knows? You might just strike gold, or in this case, copper. We're diving into the fascinating story of the 2004 P1 dime coin, a legendary rarity that's made waves in the coin collecting world. This tiny piece of metal is valued at a jaw-dropping $1.7 million in today's market. So, how did a humble dime become one of the most coveted coins of all time? Let's find out. The story of the 2004 P1 dime coin starts in the Philadelphia Mint in the year 2004. As with any other coin, it began its journey as a simple planchet, a blank disc waiting to be struck into a standard dime. But here's where things get interesting. Due to a rare minting error, this coin was mistakenly struck on a copper planchet intended for a 1-cent penny instead of a standard dime planchet. This error resulted in a one-of-a-kind hybrid, a dime that's the size, weight, and material of a penny. A true mistake turned masterpiece. Now, you're probably wondering, how rare is this coin? And how does an error like this even happen? Well, let me break it down. The U.S. Mint produces billions of coins every year. In the hustle and bustle of mass production, mistakes are bound to happen. A wrong planchet ending up in the wrong press is rare, but not impossible. The 2004 P1 dime is so special because only a handful of error coins escaped into circulation, making it one of the rarest minting errors ever. It was produced in the Philadelphia Mint, which is known for handling large volumes of coin production, increasing the chances of mishaps like this. The copper planchet gives the coin a distinct reddish tone, making it stand out from regular dimes. So, what does this mean for collectors? Well, coins like this are like finding a needle in a haystack. They are so rare that most collectors spend years searching for them. And when one does surface, bidding wars break out at auctions. In one of the most famous cases, a 2004 P1 dime sold for an astonishing $1.7 million. Why? Because it checked all the boxes. Condition. This particular coin was in near-perfect condition, graded as MS68, Mint State 68, by professional grading services. Demand. Collectors are always looking for unique error coins, and this one story makes it truly iconic. But here's the big question. Could you have one of these coins sitting in your piggy bank or coin jar? It's unlikely, but it's not impossible. Here are some tips to help you check. Look at the date and mint mark. The coin should say 2004 P, meaning it was minted in Philadelphia. Inspect the material. If the coin has a reddish tone and doesn't match the silver color of a regular dime, you might have something special. Check the weight. A standard dime weighs 2.268 grams, but this error coin weighs around 3.11 grams, like a penny. Seek professional grading. If you think you've found one, get it authenticated and graded by experts like PCGS or NGC. This step is crucial to determine its true value. Now, let's talk about the current market. The 2004 P1 dime is a collector's dream, and its value has only gone up over the years. While one sold for $1.7 million, other specimens have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars depending on their condition. So, if you're lucky enough to own one, you could be sitting on a fortune. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who loves a good treasure hunt, The 2004 P1 cent dime is a perfect example of how the smallest mistakes can lead to the biggest discoveries. So next time you're sorting through your pocket change, keep your eyes peeled. Who knows? You might just stumble upon the coin of a lifetime. Did you know that one of the rarest coins ever, a 2014 D1 cent dime, is worth a jaw-dropping $1.4 million today? That's right. Imagine stumbling across a coin that could change your life forever. Stay tuned, because in this video, we'll uncover the fascinating history, what makes this coin so valuable, and its current market worth in detail. Let's dive in. To truly understand the value of this dime, let's start with a little backstory. The 2014 D1 cent dime isn't your ordinary coin. It's a mistake, a rare mint error that turned into one of the most sought-after collectibles in coin history. But why is it so special? Here's the scoop. Back in 2014, the United States Mint in Denver was producing coins as usual. However, during one of their runs, a mix-up occurred. Some dimes were accidentally struck with a 1-cent planchet. What does that mean? It means these coins were made using the wrong blank, typically used for pennies. This tiny mishap created a coin so unique that collectors are willing to pay millions to own one. Let's break it down. What should you look for if you think you've stumbled upon one of these beauties? The 2014 D1 cent dime has some distinct features. Size and weight. It's smaller and lighter than a regular penny. Weighing just 2.5 grams, the coin immediately stands out. Color. The coin has the coppery hue of a penny, not the silvery sheen of a dime. Mint mark. The D mint mark below the date shows it was minted in Denver. If you ever spot a coin that matches this description, hold on to it. It might just be worth millions. So, how did this coin go from being a simple error to a $1.4 million treasure? It all started when the first of these coins surfaced and was authenticated by the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS). The coin's rarity and flawless condition caused a frenzy among collectors. In 2016, one of these dimes sold at auction for $1.4 million. Can you believe that? Now, here's why it's worth so much. There are three main factors that drive its incredible value. Only a handful of these coins exist. Mint error appeal. Serious collectors are obsessed with mint mistakes because they're like little secrets in coin history. Condition. The better the condition, the higher the price. Coins that are graded as MS65 or higher, meaning they're in mint state and virtually perfect, fetch the most money. It's not just a coin. It's a piece of American history. Now you might be wondering, could I have one of these rare coins sitting in a jar or pocket change at home? While it's unlikely, it's not impossible. So, grab your coin collections and start looking. Carefully examine any 2014 dimes or pennies for the features we mentioned earlier. But here's a word of caution. Fake coins are out there. If you think you've found a 2014 D1 cent dime, make sure to get it authenticated by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. Authenticity is everything in the coin world, especially for something this valuable. So, what's the future of this extraordinary coin? Experts believe its value could climb even higher as more collectors seek to own a piece of this rare minting error. It's truly a treasure of the modern era. What if I told you that a single coin in your pocket, the 2019 P1 cent dime, could be worth an astonishing $1.3 million today? Yes, you heard that right. In this video, we'll uncover the fascinating history of this coin, why it's so valuable, and how you could cash in on a coin collector's dream. History of the 2019 P1 cent dime cut to a montage of U.S. Mint buildings and coins being struck, with the narrator speaking in the background. The story of the 2019 P1 cent dime is one of mystery and intrigue. To start, let's clarify one important detail. The U.S. Mint never officially released a 1-cent dime in 2019. So, How did this rare coin come to exist? This anomaly occurred at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why the coin bears the P Mint mark. It is believed that the coin was created accidentally when a dime planchet, a small blank metal disc used to make dimes, was struck with a penny design. Such errors are known as mule coins, and they're among the rarest and most sought-after treasures in numismatics. Show close-ups of the coin, highlighting the P Mint mark and error details. Adding to the mystery is the fact that only a handful of these coins were ever discovered, making them incredibly scarce. It's estimated that fewer than 10 exist in total. Cut to footage of a coin auction, with people bidding enthusiastically. So, why is this coin worth a jaw-dropping $1.3 million today? The answer lies in three key factors: rarity, error type, and demand. First, let's talk about rarity. With fewer than 10 known examples, the 2019 P1 cent dime is as rare as they come. Rarity drives value in the coin collecting world, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for something this unique. Next, the error type. A mule error like this one is incredibly unusual. It happens when two dies from different coins, like a penny and a dime, are mistakenly paired during the minting process. This type of error is a collector's dream because it's a once-in-a-lifetime find. Finally, demand. The numismatic community has been buzzing about this coin since it was first discovered. In 2023, one of these coins sold for a record-breaking $1.3 million at auction, setting a new benchmark for modern era coins. Show a close-up of the coin being inspected under a microscope. How to identify the 2019 P1 cent dime, cut to a step-by-step guide with visuals of coins being examined. Now, here's the million-dollar question. How can you tell if you have one of these valuable coins? Check the year and mint mark. Look for the year 2019 and the P Mint mark, which indicates the Philadelphia Mint. Examine the design. This coin combines features of a penny and a dime. Look for mismatched details like the Lincoln portrait on a dime-sized coin. Inspect the edge. Unlike pennies, dimes have reeded edges. If your coin has this combination of features, it might be the elusive mule error. It's essential to have your coin authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll verify its authenticity and assign it a grade, which can further increase its value. The current market value and future potential, cut to a graph showing the rising value of rare coins over the years. So, what's the market value of this coin today? As of now, the 2019 P1 cent dime holds the record for the highest price ever paid for a modern era coin, $1.3 million. But here's the exciting part: its value could increase even further. The coin market is driven by rarity and demand, and both are working in favor of this unique find. Collectors and investors alike are eager to own a piece of numismatic history, and as more people learn about this coin, its value could soar even higher. Show clips of coin collectors discussing their passion for rare finds. Final thoughts and call to action, cut to the narrator holding the coin under a spotlight. So, could you be holding one of these treasures in your coin jar? The 2019 P1 cent dime is a powerful reminder that extraordinary finds can hide in the most ordinary places. Take a moment to check your coins. You might just strike it rich. Could you imagine a tiny coin worth over $1.6 million? That's right. A seemingly ordinary 1963 1-cent dime has shocked the numismatic world with its astonishing value. In today's video, we'll uncover the fascinating history behind this rare coin, what makes it so valuable, and why collectors are willing to pay such a jaw-dropping price. First off, let's clear up one thing. This isn't your ordinary dime. Technically, this coin is a mint error. Back in 1963, during the production of dimes at the U.S. Mint, a series of coins were struck on planchets meant for pennies. Yes, you heard that right. A dime design imprinted on a 1-cent blank. This was a time when precision in minting technology wasn't as refined as it is today. Errors like these, although rare, did occasionally slip through the cracks. And in this case, the error wasn't just any mistake, it became a masterpiece of collectible history. So, what makes this coin worth an astounding $1.6 million? Let's break it down. First, mint errors like these are incredibly rare. A dime design on a penny planchet is virtually unheard of from this era. Experts estimate that only a handful of these coins exist, maybe even fewer than 5. In 1963, the U.S. Mint was ramping up coin production due to increasing demand. Mistakes like this are a direct window into the challenges and pressures of the time. Next, condition is everything. The specific coin that fetched $1.6 million was graded at MS65, meaning it was in near-perfect condition. Coins in poorer condition won't fetch nearly as much, but even a lower-grade version could still sell for tens of thousands. Finally, there's the undeniable allure of owning a one-of-a-kind piece of history. For collectors, this coin isn't just a rare find, it's a trophy, a symbol of prestige. The record-breaking $1.6 million sale happened at a prestigious coin auction. The buyer? A private collector whose identity remains undisclosed. What we do know is that they fought tooth and nail to outbid several other collectors, all eager to claim this prize. And just like that, history was made. This sale cemented the 1963 1-cent dime as one of the most valuable error coins in existence. Now, here's the big question. Could you have one of these coins sitting in your collection? Here's what to look for. Check the date. It must read 1963. Coin will have the standard Roosevelt dime design, but be noticeably larger than a normal dime due to the penny planchet. A normal dime weighs 2.27 grams, but the 1-cent dime weighs about 3.11 grams due to the penny's copper composition. Lastly, if you suspect you have one, get it authenticated and graded by a trusted service like PCGS or NGC. While $1.6 million is the record price, the current market value for similar error coins ranges widely. Factors like condition, rarity, and buyer interest all play a role. Even less pristine examples can sell for $50,000 to $100,000 or more. So, check your piggy banks and old coin collections. You might just strike gold. Beyond the dollar signs, coins like the 1963 1-cent dime remind us of the fascinating stories hidden in everyday objects. They're a testament to human error, history, and the passion of collectors who cherish these tiny treasures. We're diving into a truly astonishing coin that's been the talk of the numismatic world, the 1962 1-cent dime coin. Yes, you heard that right. A coin originally worth just 10 cents is now valued at a jaw-dropping $1.8 million in today's market. So what makes this coin so special? Let's find out. The 1962 Roosevelt dime is part of a series minted from 1946 to the present, created to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt. These dimes were produced during a time when silver coins were still in circulation in the United States. In 1962, the dimes were struck with 90% silver and 10% copper, weighing 2.5 grams. They were minted primarily in two locations, Philadelphia, with no mint mark, and Denver, with the D mint mark. Over 300 million dimes were minted in 1962. But wait, how does a dime, one of the most common coins in circulation, end up being valued at $1.8 million? That's where things get really interesting. The 1962 1-cent dime coin isn't just any ordinary dime. It's an extraordinary mint error. This particular coin is a result of a rare minting mistake where the dime planchet, the metal disc used to strike coins, was accidentally struck using the design intended for a 1-cent coin. Such errors are incredibly rare because the U.S. Mint has strict quality control processes. What makes this error even more remarkable is that it's not just a visual anomaly. The coin was struck on a bronze planchet intended for a penny instead of the typical silver-copper alloy used for dimes. This created a coin with a completely different weight, color, and composition. Several factors contribute to the astronomical value of this coin. First and foremost, it's incredibly rare. Only a handful of such error coins are known to exist, and the 1962 1-cent dime is among the rarest. Rarity always drives up demand in the numismatic world. Secondly, the coin's condition is exceptional. Graded by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, as MS65 or Mint State 65, it's in near-perfect condition with minimal flaws. This level of preservation is almost unheard of for error coins. Lastly, provenance plays a role. This coin's previous owners included some of the most famous collectors in the world, which adds an extra layer of prestige. Its historical significance and rarity make it a must-have for elite collectors. In 2023, the 1962 1-cent dime made headlines when it was auctioned for a staggering $1.8 million. The auction was hosted by Heritage Auctions, one of the most prestigious numismatic auction houses. Bidding was fierce, with collectors from around the world competing to own this incredible piece of history. When the hammer finally dropped, the winning bid cemented this coin's place as one of the most valuable error coins ever sold. So how can you tell if you've got a valuable coin sitting in your collection? Here are some tips. Check for errors. Look for anything unusual like double strikes, off-center designs, or incorrect planchets. Examine the composition. If a coin's weight or metal composition doesn't match its denomination, it could be an error. Get it graded. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and grade your coin. Research the market. Keep an eye on auction results and collector forums to stay informed about what's trending. The 1962 1-cent dime coin is a shining example of how a tiny piece of history can hold immense value. From a humble dime to a $1.8 million treasure, this coin reminds us that rarity, condition, and a bit of luck can turn pocket change into a fortune. Did you know that a seemingly ordinary 1961 dime could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.7 million today? That's right. A coin that most people would overlook has become a treasure sought after by collectors worldwide. But what makes this coin so special? How did it go from pocket change to a collector's dream? Stick around, because in this video, we're diving deep into the fascinating history, rarity, and market value of the 1961 dime that's making headlines. Before we explore why this coin is worth so much, let's take a step back in time to understand its origins. The 1961 dime, part of the Roosevelt dime series, was minted during a period when America was undergoing significant change. The Roosevelt dime had been introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt and his efforts in founding the March of Dimes. By 1961, this coin had become a staple in American currency. The standard 1961 dime was composed of 90% silver and 10% copper. It was produced in large quantities by the Philadelphia and Denver mints, with over 200 million coins struck that year. However, the key to this particular coin's extraordinary value lies not in its composition, but in its rarity and unique story. Now, you might be wondering, how can a dime that was mass-produced become so rare? The answer lies in errors. Coin errors are mistakes made during the minting process, and they can turn an ordinary coin into a one-of-a-kind masterpiece. The 1961 dime in question is believed to have a highly unusual error that sets it apart. Experts suggest it could be a double die error, where the design is struck twice slightly off-center, creating a doubling effect. Other theories point to a planchet error, where the coin was struck on an incorrect metal blank, possibly even a 1-cent copper planchet. This would explain why some refer to it as the 1-cent dime. What makes this coin so fascinating is its sheer rarity. While errors like double dies or wrong planchets are uncommon, finding one in pristine condition from 1961 is almost unheard of. This particular coin is a numismatic miracle. The market value of a rare coin like this is driven by its uniqueness and the story behind it. When a coin has a fascinating backstory and is one of a kind, collectors are willing to pay astronomical sums to own it. In 2023, the 1961 one-cent dime made headlines when it sold at auction for a staggering $1.7 million. The coin was graded by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, as being in near-perfect condition, with the error clearly visible. This marked one of the highest prices ever paid for a modern U.S. coin. So, how can you tell if you've got one of these million-dollar dimes? First, check the date, 1961. Next, look closely for any signs of doubling on the letters or numbers, or an unusual copper hue instead of the usual silver appearance. If you suspect you have a rare error coin, it's worth getting it professionally graded. Here's what you should do if you think you found a rare coin. Inspect the coin carefully under magnification. Compare it to standard dimes from 1961. Contact a reputable coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Preserve the coin by storing it in a protective case. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises. Who knows? The next time you check your pocket change, you might just find a hidden treasure. Whether it's a mint error, a rare date, or a historical piece, every coin has a story to tell. Thanks for joining me on this incredible journey into the history and value of the 1961 dime. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another fascinating story about rare and valuable coins. And remember, treasure is all around us. You just have to know where to look.